am J. Barkley Rosser, Jr. I am Professor of Economics and the Kirby L. Kramer, Jr. Professor of Business Administration at James Madison University. One that has a very broad label would be complexity economics. Some parts of that are chaos theory and catastrophe theory, and I've worked on that both at a very theoretical level, but also in various subparts of economics. My most famous work was a book that dealt with that issue back in 1991, but I've published many papers in that area, some more practically oriented, some much more theoretical. I also have published papers in the area of comparative economics with my wife, who's also a full professor of economics at JMU, Marina V. Rosser. We have a successful textbook on comparative economic systems, comparative economics in a transforming world economy. We're working on a third edition of that now, and that's a major area of interest. I've also involved with a lot of more policy-oriented issues and questions, and quite a wide range of topics. I also, perhaps it's idealistic, but I actually at some level would like to have a positive impact on the world and actually influence things that happen and policies and so on where I can. And I think a few of the things that I've done have perhaps had a little bit of such impact. This gets back to my work on complexity and nonlinear dynamics. He was referring specifically to that. And indeed, I've written a number of papers, and this actually goes back to my book in 1991, my most famous work. In fact, the crucial work is in that book, where I used nonlinear dynamics to look at certain patterns of speculative bubbles and crashes that in fact came to pass. And by various ways, I gave warnings about this, in some cases publicly, in some cases not, about what was coming. So I formulated an equation that is now known as Rosser's equation, referring to me. I did not give it that name, which has been used for looking at the future of Social Security. And the quick story there is that the future of Social Security looks much better than most people think it does. And that my equation played some role in that. And I would say that some policymakers and some fairly high-level ones have, in fact, are aware of this, and it has had a little bit of influence. I think it has a good balance of teaching and research. As I said, I really do enjoy teaching, and I hate to say it, but there are an awful lot of academics at higher level universities who really don't like teaching, and they view it as something they don't want to do. They want to just do research, and it's a nuisance. I've never had that attitude. I've always enjoyed interacting with students and enjoyed being in the classroom, and I think I'm viewed as a dynamic lecturer. I enjoy lecturing, and I enjoy dealing with students. So I've always liked that, and I think that JMU has that balance. Not that many places really have the balance. I mean, places have a tendency to kind of go one way or the other. Either kind of all teaching, very little research, or they're almost all research and very little teaching. And JMU's got that balance. So that's something I've always liked.
This video was produced by